Okay, we are going to tint Amanda's eyebrows today. She wants them a bit darker, but you got to be very careful what you put on. First of all, she has a beautiful blonde fringe which needs to be removed. So please make sure if you want to do your eyebrows, put a clip, put something on your head that actually keeps your hair away. Then I've mixed some tint, some pigment, just a tiny bit of mixed in a bowl, if you can see, with some tiny bit of peroxide. Okay, and I want to show you how I do this because everybody's different. First of all, never, ever, 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 ever put black tint, no matter what skin color you are. Ever. Whether you're dark skin toned, whether you're Eastern, whether you're European, pale skin, don't ever put black on your eyebrows because you're going to look blue. All the blacks have got a blue undertone. So this is a dark brown, and Amanda wants dark eyebrows. Okay, so with the little spatula that normally comes in the tint tube, some people just whack it on, but you've got to be careful because it's going to stain your skin as well. So if I put this on now, you know, she's in trouble because it is, I can't just leave it like that. So what I do is I take an earbud, or I think in the States they call it what? A Q-tip. And I clean it away of the exact line that I want. Okay, so she doesn't have thick eyebrows. Okay, now all depending on how dark you want them is how long you're actually going to leave the pigment on. Now Amanda wants dark ones, so I'm going to leave them on for a couple of minutes. You know, you can leave it on to sort of 3 or 4 minutes. If you're scared you're going to go too dark, what you need to do is just mix a little bit extra pigment. And so after 2 minutes, time yourself, just wipe it off with a wet piece of cotton wool and check how dark it is. And if it's dark enough, you don't have to put more on. If it's not dark enough, put another layer on for another minute or two. But for goodness sake, don't go and walk around with the stuff on your face for the next hour. I reckon 5 minutes does a trick, but for those of my clients who really, 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 really want dark eyebrows, I leave them on for a good sort of 10 minutes or so. Now, remember, I've also put this one on first, so it will be wiped off first, so not quite the same time. So for those of you who don't have much hair on your face for eyebrows, because you've plucked them all away or they've fallen out or what have you, you can actually give yourself a little bit of a shadow with the tint. Bearing in mind, initially it's also going to tint the skin, and that eventually wears off after a day or two, and the hair is tinted. So check your shapes are the same. Because if this tint actually tints the skin and you've got two different shapes, you're going to have two different eyebrows. Okay, put your chin down a bit for me. Just going to check if I've got the right shape. Does it look right from there? Yeah. Looks good. Okay, so we're going to leave that for a couple of minutes. Let her stew. The timer's on. So I'm going to check in 2 or 3 minutes and we'll wipe it off and see how she looks. Okay, so we have had this on for about 3 minutes. And now I'm going to wipe off this one first. Okay, so if you're very fair and you have got very fair eyebrows, please just literally put it on for a minute and reapply if you have to. If you're dark and you really want dark brows, remember that's the hair that gets tinted. The skin only gets stained initially, but it's the actual hair that gets tinted. So if you want them dark, leave them darker, but you've got to test the first time. If you've never done it before, let's leave that for a little longer. If you've never, ever done it before, then you've got to test your skin. You've got to test how it takes. Because some people, 30 seconds and it's dark, and you don't want to walk around if you've got these big songololos, we call it, big worms on your forehead. Okay. But tinted eyebrows, for those of you who are very blonde and have, you don't have to go dark at all. You can go and get a light brown tint. This is a dark brown. But Amanda likes dark brows. So Amanda's got dark brows. Okay, how they look. Lovely. And considering that your eyebrows, or your eyes are the windows to your soul, you may as well give it a good frame. So there you go, dear.
Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Stunning. Very, very nice. Best eyebrow lady in South Africa.